Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is G, and I'm funkin' hungry. In this video, we're back. Guess who's back? At Hungry Jack's. G is back at Hungry Jack's. I've been slack. They have some new product out for me to try. Anyway, let's get the let's get the cringe out of the way. So at Hungry Jack's, they have new Jack's Fried Chicken Spicy Ribs. So I did get the 5-pack. You can get this in even a 3-pack, which is $5.95, or a 5-pack, which is $9.95. So this is what they look like. So they're a little bit similar to good old Clackers. Clackers has wicked wings. So yeah, this is what they're calling spicy ribs. Alright. They do feel a little bit dry. I did feel like as well they could have gave a sauce with these, but then I guess if you go to Clackers, they don't normally give you a sauce for, chicken unless you order it that way. But yeah, they do feel a little bit dry on the outside. But yeah, let's give them a try. This is the Hungry Jack's Fried Chicken Spicy Rib. Cheers. It does have a nice coating. It's like a slightly sort of peppery flavour. There is quite a lot of spice in there, actually. Not heaps, but there's a bit of spice at the back of the mouth. Way more than I was expecting. It's actually quite tasty. It's quite moist inside. The thing is, Hungry Jack's do some pretty good chicken nowadays, to be honest. Their chicken burger is pretty good. It's like almost as good as KFC's. A lot better than Macca's. Not quite as good as KFC when it comes to chicken. The tenders were quite nice as well. And even the tender wraps. The actual tortilla that they put the tender in was pretty crap. But the actual tenders are not too bad. These, I feel like they've got more spice to them, more flavour and spice. Not quite up there with as tasty as the Wicked Wing. The Wicked Wing with that sort of zinger marinade is iconic. Now, I look inside and it does look like the chicken might have some marinade, might have some sort of spicy marinade. You can see it's a little bit orangey inside. So yeah, it might be similar to the Wicked Wing and the Zinger stuff where they marinate the actual meat with some spice. But my point that I'm trying to make, as much as I appreciate it, because if you do go to Hungry Jack's and say you go with your family or whatever, your kids or, whoever, I don't know, your significant other, yeah, if someone wants some chicken, at least that this there, some chicken ribs are there for you to try. But if I really want chicken, I'm still going to go to Clackers. I'm not going to really go to Hungry Jack's for chicken. I'm going to go to Hungry Jack's for a beef burger, like a Whopper or whatever. So as much as these are pretty good, as much as I appreciate Jackers doing, they seem to be really trying these days to do all sorts of different stuff, especially their Jack's Fried Chicken, JFC. They're really promoting this and they're coming out with some different stuff, which is, as I said, appreciate it. It's cool. If you've got a big family and you don't want to travel here, there, everywhere, there, here, there, all over the place, one shop does it all. But yeah, if I want fried chicken, still going to go to Clackers, KFC. Just something about that nostalgia when it comes to KFC and those flavors. But again, that is quite a nice amount of spice on that. When it said spicy ribs, I'm like, yeah, won't be that spicy, but it does have a peppery flavor, maybe like a cayenne pepper as well. Definitely does have a bit of a kick. Not a huge spice, but like a peppery, slightly chili flavor. That coating stays on really well. It doesn't... The coating stays on really well, which I'm quite pleased about as well. It doesn't just like fall apart. Sometimes even at good old Clackers, KFC, sometimes like the breading can fall apart from the bird or the bone or the meat. But you know, that stays on really well. They've done a really good job of getting that coating to stick to that chicken. Nice amount of heat, not bad size. You know, this is $6 for 3 of them. Yeah, it's bloody pricey, but 5 of them for a tenner. You know, if you're not that hungry, 5 of these for a tenner will keep you going if you want like sort of a small lunch or small dinner or whatever. But yeah, the $6, 3 of them, you know, they could be a bit bigger, but they are at the end of the day ribs. All right, so yeah, I've sat there and I've ate a couple of them while talking what they taste like. Obviously, I quite enjoy them because I'm giving them like, you know, positive feedback. So my rating for Hungry Jack's fried chicken spicy ribs. Look, I'm going to give them a 7.8 out of 10. I feel like they're pretty good for a fast food rib, wing, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, a nice, the coating stuck to it quite nice and moist inside. Had a nice spicy little kick to it. This, in a meal, you know, if you really want some chicken and chips, you know, a few of them, some chips and a drink, not too bad at all. And my price rating, you know, as I said, 3 of them for $5.95, 5 of them which I got for just under $10, $9.95. I'll give them a 5.9 out of 10. But let me know in the comments below if you've tried Hungry Jack's new Jack's Fried Chicken Spicy Ribs. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I've said. I'd love to hear it. I really would love to hear, you know, other people's experience of these, because obviously at these fast food places, my ones weren't too bad. I was worried. They do feel a little bit dry on the outside, but then when you sort of get into it, it's not too bad. Maybe a touch dry inside, but not too bad considering, you know, if these were sitting there all day, you can imagine what they would taste like. Absolute trash. But yeah, let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Not too bad.